Hey.
We're live. My phone's blown up. So what's it telling me?
We're live.
It's telling me I'm live. So
Good.
Thank you, Google. You see, Google's listening to me.
Google's listening.
That's right.
And the
so what are we gonna do
subscribe
about that?
and the subscribe bell. Oh yes. Hang on. We have to put our accessories on.
Yes. Before we get started, well, we are started.
We are started.
As I posted in the Twitter announcement before this episode, we are giving away a copy of Jack Murphy's book. Actually,
I should get
hold
that.
please.
Hold
I'll
please.
get it.
So I made my hat ahead of time because I'm not a professional like he is. So we've got our Reynolds rep right here to make a hat.
I'm gonna do a tinfoil hat demonstration right here. Why are you like holding the whole camera? You always gotta have one.
You told me to hold on the fort.
You're holding the fort, not the entire fort. Like just your little corner of the fort. That's your side. So there might be some spousal type abuse going on here. This book here, I'm giving away. We are giving away. All you have to do is comment on the video and subscribe, and you're entered to win. So comment, subscribe, get a free book. It's legit. I'll mail it to you at my expense. Yep. I will drive to the post office like a peasant, put it in a box, and mail it to you.
It'll probably be me. I do a lot of mailing.
You might touch the book.
Why do you? So now you're just gonna put it in front of my face?
So yeah, because there you go. All right, Jack Murphy approves. So why are we wearing tinfoil hats today, sir?
Well, because it's a conspiracy around if Google is listening. And
your head is larger than I expected.
I think you got it. And many of you guys have devices in your home. So
you have devices in your home like this. Okay, Google, play Sound of Silence by Disturbed. There it goes. See? It'll just play music for you. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that convenient?
That's what I like about the device.
It's playing on my phone too. Now I've got it going everywhere. Because you know why? See, here's the thing. Here's my point. Okay, Google, turn it off. Good Lord. What have I done?
So the device doesn't always listen very well.
The device doesn't listen very well, but it does listen.
It does.
Okay, Google, turn it off. You don't usually have to talk right into it like that, by the way, just so you know. A lot of people say, don't put these things in your home because they're listening. The NSA is listening. The CIA is listening. The Russians are listening. Donald Trump is listening. Kim Kardashian is listening. She could be. She could be a government agent. She's Armenian. That's like right next to Russia, isn't it? The point is, though, if you have a smartphone, it's always listening too. If you have a tablet, it's listening. If you have a laptop, whatever you're watching this video on is listening to you. It's watching you. Okay. I work for a major computer manufacturer, and the rules that they've had for since the Patriot Act basically say that they need to have a back door on all the firmware to where the government can go in and turn on your devices, whether it's your microphone. I don't think so. I'm not giving away anything confidential. So you can go in, you Google this stuff. I'm sure there's another tinfoil hat dude out there that'll tell you the same thing I'm telling you.
Right.
You can go in, they can go in and compromise your device anytime they want. They being the government or any other institution that decides they want to watch your stuff. So, you could just be sitting there brushing your teeth with your smart toothbrush and the government's going to watch you. Our Fitbit scale, the government knows how much I weigh.
But we still have these devices in the house, and we know that they're listening. I mean, there's been plenty of times where you and I've been having a conversation, all of a sudden our phone wakes up and it just starts.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Googling, oh, did you know?
We're gonna put you on the list there. Yeah,
but we still have lots of devices. Why?
Because they're how we do business.
Okay.
All of our.
But are you worried about them taking your data? From listening?
Yes. But not enough to do anything about it.
But, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
It's the convenience.
Right. That's what they're buying. They're buying your data in exchange for getting you the stuff conveniently. There's a reason why this stuff is so cheap, right? There's a reason why you can walk into a T-Mobile store and they'll give you service and free tacos on Tuesday. It's Tuesday, by the way. You can go get a free taco.
We have
And
plans later.
do they include tacos?
Maybe. No.
Maybe. No.
They could.
Gosh, any plans are nice.
Agile.
Yeah.
Really? They're nice.
It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Should I apologize?
We will.
Say something in the chat if I should apologize.
We can go to. We
don't have to go. I'm not really that hungry, so it's okay.
You're never hungry. You don't eat.
That's because I'm, trying to maintain my girlish figure.
Okay, back on point.
Back on point. What was our point?
We were talking about the comfort level between.
I'm losing my mind.
But the comfort level between having the devices.
What if the tinfoil is actually amplifying the signals going into my brain right now? What if it's what the CIA wants us to do?
Who started the tinfoil hat?
I don't know. It's been around forever.
Mine's cute.
Mine's not. I look like Destro's undergone radiation treatment for some kind of deranged.
You remember that beatnik video, the dance video? They were like wearing all white with little red things on their head. That's what it reminds me.
Are you talking about the Devo
video?
Where I think they're wearing black in that video.
Oh.
And they wear the red hats. And
that's what it reminds me of.
And then he's whipping the girl, and then their clothes come off. And she's wearing it.
Well, okay. Oh my goodness. I didn't mean to go that far.
Live on YouTube. The point is that, yes, everybody is able to listen to your stuff all the time. So unless you are willing to live without any of these conveniences, you picked it up and it started playing music again.
Hey Google, turn it off.
It's blinking.
I know.
Does that make sense?
Okay, so
HAL 9000 in our home.
It's very convenient, and we are not doing any illegal activities that we have to be. But if for all of the people out there doing illegal activities in your home, you should be very careful because they really are listening to you.
Well, I think more to the point. I mean, personal privacy is still something that most Americans treasure, and.
Well, we put all these things in our house. Right. You were talking about the history back to the Cold War about how everyone thought they were bugged.
Right. So we used to actually worry about, oh my gosh, CIA or the FBI or Joe McCarthy or J. Edgar Hoover in his underwear is going to put bugs in the house.
Why is that visual?
That was the conspiracy around J. Edgar Hoover, is that he liked to wear women's underwear. You didn't hear that? You didn't know that? Google it. Hey Google. Did J. Edgar Hoover ever wear women's underwear?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Google doesn't understand. But yeah, because I said, hey, Google, and my phone is listening at the same time that this is listening, which proves my point, is that this stuff is, your phone only recognizes your own voice. The devices are listening. You sent me a video today where some shaggy-looking soy-based millennial was like, no, it's just a coincidence. Like, when he showed a video where this couple talked about cat food for a day. And then 2 days later, ads for cat food came up in their Facebook feed. And he's like, come on, it takes 2 days for that. Well, actually, yes, if you understand how data works. And he says, well, Facebook's not allowed to do that because the SDK for Apple doesn't. No, I don't believe you. The point is that Apple can listen to your stuff all the time and sell your data anytime that they want. So, and Apple's already had an incident earlier this week. Yeah. Remember the FaceTime bug?
FaceTime.
Some teenage kid figured this out for Apple, by the way. So you're welcome. But some teenager figured out that he could FaceTime a girl that, he was hot for, and she would ghost him. I don't know if this is actually how it happened, by the way. I may be dramatizing a little bit. But this girl's like, man, this guy's a creep. I don't want to talk to him. But he heard that. Oh my God, Joe just keeps FaceTiming me. and he won't stop. Why won't he leave me alone? And he hears all this. And he's like, Susan, I can hear you. And he gets his feelings hurt. And then he realizes that there's a bug in the phone. And he tests it and he puts it on the internet. And now everybody's worried about, oh my gosh, I got to disable FaceTime on my Apple phone because people could listen to me. They're already listening to you. If you're upset about the FaceTime bug on your iPhone, you're a moron. Because they're already listening to you. They're already listening to you. They're listening to you all the time.
It's a little different.
I'm on a list. I'm sure of it. I don't,
It's a little different.
No, it's really not. It's perception is what it is. It's perception. You think that you're secure. You go to the airport and you see the TSA and you take your shoes off and you walk through the terminal and you think, wow, this airport is really secure. You're not secure. You're not. I spent an hour in the airport, waiting to pick up my kids last month. And you know what I noticed? At least 4 different places where I could get on the runway without any problem whatsoever, without anybody even seeing me. See, this is going to put me on a list. See, the TSA is going to be at my door. Sure.
So is there anything that we can do, or anybody who's watching this can do in regards to the whole data thing? Like, I know
you can go and live in a cabin in the woods like the Unabomber, or like Chance Lunsford, you can live in a van down by the river. Or we can continue to raise awareness of this issue, and maybe eventually our government that is supposed to be looking out for our rights, like our right to privacy, will actually do something about these clowns with these social media companies. The ones that are
that's really where the policy
impeding on our free speech. Yeah,
because the phone companies don't listen to our conversations.
Well, they can though. See, that's another problem with the Patriot Act is that
before without cell phones, when we were analog with cordless phones and rotaries and hardwired into your wall, were they listening to us then?
Yes or no? The point is that civil liberties in this country have gone down the tube since 9/11 with the creation of the Homeland Security Department, with the Patriot Act. These are lofty names that make us feel safe. Oh, it's a Patriot Act. I feel patriotic. Oh, it's Homeland Security. Doesn't that just feel warm and secure? Homeland Security. No, what they do is they spy on their own people. And I know this, this like, well, I should be wearing a tinfoil hat here because I sound like a crank, but this is exactly what they're doing. And at some point, we need to say, you know what, we're kind of done with this. We need to say, you know what, I want to be able to say what I want to say on a social media platform without getting banned. There's a guy who's working for a newspaper. I quote tweeted him earlier today, who's like, somebody told me to learn the code and I reported him for a targeted attack and he got banned. Well done, bro. Good job. Because you couldn't be told to learn the code. And let's explain the learn the code meme, by the way, because it was you clowns at BuzzFeed who were making fun of coal miners and other men working in the fossil fuel industry that were losing their jobs. And they were the ones that started the, hey, why don't you guys learn the code? You were telling the coal miners to learn the code. So when you guys get laid off and somebody tells you to learn the code, it's an attack, and I need a safe space. So this episode's going all over the place.
I know.
Why aren't we on script anymore? Where's your notes?
I don't have notes.
You don't have notes? Okay.
No, we decided to do this just ad lib.
Right. So
I totally thought something different though when you were talking about learn to code. Well, there's a whole movement around.
I think people should learn the code. I think it's good to learn the code. We have a whole there's an hour of code.
Right.
There's all these things like they want people to learn the code. Learning the code is a good thing. But this guy felt like he was attacked because he was told to learn the code. Because he was a clown that used to work for Gawker. Thank you, Peter Thiel and Hulk Hogan, by the way. You killed Gawker. Can you work on the rest of these clowns next? Please. Mr. Thiel, if you're watching, and you're probably not, but if you are, maybe you've got like some kind of sentient algorithm in a mainframe somewhere that listens for when your name is mentioned, and you say, hey, wait, some dude in a tinfoil hat is talking about me. I want to check this out.
So
you need to talk to your buddy, Jeff Bezos, who owns the Washington Post, and, rein him in. because that guy's all kinds of a mess right now.
Okay, but let's not go down that path.
We don't want to talk about his girlfriend.
No, I know. I don't want to talk about that. I really don't want to go there. I don't like that story. So, okay, but again, back to the point. People are listening to you, but what can you do about it?
What can you do about
There's some immediate things you can do if you really want. I mean, you can cover up the microphone, you can cover up your camera,
right.
You can, there's those things. You don't necessarily like the whole, I keep picking it up and it keeps doing things. Okay, Google.
You pick it up, it starts playing music again.
I know. Okay, Google, turn off.
That's awesome, actually.
I know. You were talking, no, don't spin it like a record player. So you can do those things, right? You can cover your camera, you can cover your microphone. Those are some things you can do. There's some other weird things with those, the Google and Echo and all of that you can say things at very high pitches that kind of mess with you. You were talking about that, Jim.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of.
You can totally troll your friends. So what you can do, what we should have done with this YouTube video, is you can embed high-pitched, high-frequency sounds that only this dudek and dogs can hear, basically. But normal people can't hear it. So you can be like, yeah, jack the thermostat up to 700 degrees, and all of a sudden they're getting microwaved in their own house, and they don't know why. But it's because
if they're in a smart home, yeah.
Yeah. So
turn the toothbrush on, whatever.
Turn the toothbrush on.
So there are
toilets.
So there's those things you can do, but that is not
fun to do because
necessarily.
Mom and Dad could be on the toilet and you'd be like, "Hey, flush the toilet." And then
that is not going to make real change, though. If you want to make real change, it's policy.
Yes,
it's policy with the
change.
social media, data privacy, and unfortunately, that is going to your local government, your supreme. I don't know, but what can these people do? They have to call somebody. They have to pay attention to certain policies and stuff, right?
Vote for elected officials that believe in personal privacy and security, and not just give it lip service.
So if this really concerns you and you start to freak out, that's what you can do. Or
you could be the Unabomber. Either way, up to you. It's America. You have a choice. The Unabomber didn't have people listening to him. All they had was like crappy sketch of him for like years. It was his brother that ratted him out or something. Frida.
Okay, we're not in The Godfather 2.
Well done. You knew that was The Godfather 2 and not The Godfather 1. Look at that. She gets a gold star.
Okay, so that's it for today, I think. We've given you some information, some humor. We went off topic a couple times. There's some things you can do.
Comment on the video and subscribe so you can get a shot at the book. Please.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yes.
Do you want to know what we're doing tonight?
What are we doing tonight besides Warrington for Live?
So for those of you out there who are couples, every once in a while you have to surprise your spouse. He loves surprises. So you're always ready? Awesome. So there's something you've been telling me to do.
I have 12 objects in my view that I can kill them with.
Something you've been telling me to do.
Google just started blinking because I said I was going to kill somebody. I'm on a list now.
Franklin.
See what you did? Sorry. Go ahead. You have a surprise.
No.
Yes.
I'm trying to tell you something.
Please. I'm listening. So is Google.
You try to surprise your spouse. So today we are doing something that you've been telling me that I should just do. So we're going for our first dance lesson with Anastasia.
Anastasia.
That's our private dance lesson person.
Really?
Instructor.
Hot Russian lady.
She has a very thick accent.
Does she?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Lovely. So we're gonna go learn how to dance.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, tune in next week for me showing you how to dance.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. You're right. Because we're
fortnightly.
Fortnightly. Yes. For those of you on Fortnite, you can find me with the same handle that we're on here and add me as a friend. And
fortnightly means every 14 days.
And I will be a potato in your squad.
I'm a super potato. I'm not even on.
I'm really good.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. Comment and subscribe. and get your shot at a free book. Enjoy your Tuesday.